XRP and the company Ripple going to reshape the financial system as we know it? It's truly time to buckle up and really digest what is actually happening in your financial system. Now, I know it's hard. We're buried in the day-to-day. We're trying to survive. A lot of confusion, a lot of red in the markets, up, down, all over the place. But it's important to understand what is actually happening in the financial system. Because when you understand what is actually happening, moving from an inflationary asset, a US dollar that makes you poor every single year if you don't beat inflation, to deflationary assets, things like XRP and Bitcoin specifically, that become more valuable every single year. Every time a transaction goes across XRP, it burns, it becomes more valuable. But I want to show you something that Ripple posted last week to really get you to digest, take a deep breath, and understand not only how early you are, but how great this opportunity is. But you have to pull yourself out of the short term. This is a massive transformation in your global financial system, okay? So I just want to make sure you're getting the right resources. So let's dive into this post that Ripple put out a week ago. It says by 2033, just digest this, a 0.6 trillion, 0.6, not 6.0, 0.6 trillion to 18.9 trillion shift is coming as tokenization reshapes the global financial system. Now, first, there's three things we need to focus on. There's three things that happen. First, they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. Draper, we're now heading into regulation and joining phase, okay? Now we're going to move to this article that they posted here. This is the same thing we just talked about. So they say global financial infrastructure entering a new era as tokenization assets set to surge to 19 trillion by 2033. Okay. So the report outlines three phases of this evolution. This is how early you are. First phase is low risk adoption. Institutions tokenize for familiar instruments like money market funds and bonds. That's the first phase. Okay, so first, banks are going to custody your cryptocurrency. They're going to start allocating to asset managers. Going to start investing some Bitcoin, getting you to put some of your portfolio, maybe 1 to 2 to 5% of your portfolio to get some diversification, some exposure to this asset class. The first phase is low risk, things that are already easy to do, like money market funds and bonds. Phase 2 is going to be institutional expansion. So the institutions are going to adopt it. They're going to get regulatory framework. They're going to adopt it. Then they're going to do the low-hanging fruit. Level 2 is going to be institutional